Pixies have just dropped a brand new single, and it's called You're So Impatient. It's actually got a lyric video, not a music video, but hopefully some sort of music videos will come. This is the first in what I'm hoping is a new album cycle, which is cool. It's actually a double release. It's an EP, I guess, because we've also got a cover of Sera Sera on there, which I'm kind of interested. I can imagine that being quite good, actually. It's an interesting old song, but the Pixies have often got weird takes on this kind of stuff. But if you know me, you know that I'm a huge Pixies fan. They're one of my favorite bands. I kind of like discovered them in 2013, whenever it was, when they reformed and put out Indie Cindy. I love that album. And I don't know if it's really a controversial opinion, but I genuinely don't think they've released a single bad song since they reformed. I know that it can get a bit tribalist. I've got a couple of mates who are like, oh god, if you don't like Trompe Le Monde, then what's the point? I'm like, yeah, you know, their old stuff is fantastic too. Not Bone Machine, that's the name of a song. Sera Sera, Doolittle, fantastic pieces of music. Art, very landmark. Fucking Sera Sera is like one of the most influential bands on Nirvana, I think. So, you know, big shit, but I really like their recent stint. Like Beneath the Eerie was great, Doggerel was great. They've all been Head Carrier. They've all been really good. But yeah, recent controversy because Paz has gone. Paz, I'm not even going to try and pronounce her surname. But well, it looks like they fired her, actually. They did one of those things where they said, oh, I know, Paz is going off to work on her solo projects. Thank you so much for her time. And she's like, I've been told I'm going off to work on my solo projects. Bye. Which I initially was a bit sad about because I liked her. She's multi-instrumentalist. She's done a load of stuff. She was in the Mosquito song by Queens of the Stone Age. It's quite obscure, but I just happen to know that. And yeah, I don't know. I've seen them once. I was lucky enough to see them at Ali Pali in London, and it was a great show. And she was there. It's, it's kind of formative on me, and she wrote for quite a lot of the most recent content, which I like. But apparently, and I can't find any like concrete source on this one, so I'm not going to say anything too specific, but apparently Paz was like a bit of a dick. I don't think more, but she was like kind of on that right-wing red pill, potentially like election fraudy, keep the immigrants out, that kind of stuff. And, I don't really think I've really heard any of the other Pixies talk about politics, which is probably wise, because generally speaking, if you want to have a long and fruitful career, you just avoid talking about politics unless you're Rage Against the Machine. But, I would imagine the chances are that Black Francis and crew are probably more on the liberal side of the spectrum. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so I can see why after a while that might become a brewing problem. I can't find any specific examples, but I've seen stuff and heard rumors that's possibly why they got rid of her. So anyway, they've started touring again, and they've picked up Emma Richardson, who is the former bassist of Band of Skulls, a band that I have heard the name of multiple times. I think I've seen them on like festival lineups and all of that. Never actually delved into. Just before I started making this video, I thought, let's just give them a quick listen. And they're pretty good. So, I guess sorry for them to have to lose her. But yeah, so this is the first music, You're So Impatient, that she has had anything to do with, so well, in a recording capacity. So I guess let's have a look and see what this one's like. I have talked for long enough. I am excited though, because yeah, big fan of all the new Pixie stuff. Okay. That's such a Black Francis thing to do, to include a cough. Okay, nice. I already love it. I don't know what it is, but there's like a specific set of tones. I think Santiago's a large part of that, but like there's something so inherently Pixies about it, and it's got that kind of like faster beat. Like some of their stuff is heavier than you expect it to be, but then Francis is just such a charismatic vocalist. To see the horror show. Nice. Also, interesting visuals for a music video, lyric video. I was just trying to listen to the backing vocals. Oh, the layering on that is lovely. Because, like, obviously, Emma's going to be taking over as a bassist, but also it's been integral to the sound of the Pixies to have a good female backing vocalist too. So taking up those laurels and trying to replicate all the Kim Deal stuff and Kim Shattuck stuff and Paz. There's a legacy there. So cool. Mixed a bit quietly for me to tell, but I'm liking the vibes. I love his lyrics. It's so like cynical. Like, what the fuck is he on about? Like, it'll be like something like, you know, Here Comes Your Man, where it turns out that that song, you have no idea, it's about a fucking earthquake killing homeless people. There's like so much random context and subtext, and they talk about loads of really interesting folklore. God, I love the Pixies. I'm getting fired up. I really like whatever the lead guitar line is coming over that is. Santiago's solos are often quite bizarre. I love them, but they're quite atonal a lot of the time. Oh, what the fuck? Ah. Oh, this is going to be in my head for the rest of time. Just... The Pixies are such a good example of, like, being better than the sum of your parts, you know? Ah, this is perfect. That's great. I mean, the only thing I could say is I wish it was a bit longer, because I thoroughly enjoyed that. I liked every aspect of that, to be honest. The fucking... the way that it's so simplistic. What the whole thing was like 4 chords or something like that, but it's so like every person who's playing that, and I can't talk to Emma Richardson, but apart from that, they've been doing it for such a long time. They're such consummate professionals. They know every single micro finger adjustment on those guitars is like exactly how they want it. His lyrics are wonderfully satirical. I'm going to have to go through and listen to them again, and hopefully at some point Genius will tell me what's going on in Black Francis's little mind. Big mind, because he's got some weird shit going on there. Interestingly, it's a bit of a more of a heavy direction just in terms of instrumentation, because I have noticed not just Doggerel, but Beneath the Eerie too, the most recent couple of albums, and actually even before that on the recent cycle of stuff, a lot of acoustic guitar, which I like actually. I really like it, especially for Beneath the Eerie, because it really contributed to that kind of like folklore-y feel to it. But this one, they're getting straight back in there with that like slightly more rocky... Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like that a lot. It's got good energy, good vibes about it. Just like, again, there's like little silly things like including the cough at the beginning. It's just so Black Francis. I goddamn love him. And okay, let's move on to Sera Sera, which is actually a minute longer than that one. But we all know this song, obviously. But I'm curious to hear what the Pixies' spin on it is. Oh, fuck, I know this version, do I? No, I don't. Just a little boy. Oh, I might have to do some good. No, it can't be. It can't be. I was gonna say, because the last time I've heard a version of this song is the theme song from the TV show. That's like, okay, the same guys who made Lost, where they're like, you know, they get stuck on. It's irrelevant. They get stuck in a fucking forest and get scared by monsters. But the theme song for that is a slowed down, scary version of Sera Sera. There's no way. That show's on its like 3rd or 4th season at this point. There's no way that this version of that song has been existing so long, but it does sound similar. Oh, we have to tell with the chorus, I think. Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? No, it's not him. I would have recognized his voice. He said to me, Sera, Sera. Whatever will be, will be. Fuck, this might be it. God damn it. I'm going to have to look this up now. To see. Sera, Sera. What will be, it is! Fucking is as well. I've heard this song before. I'm actually ashamed that I managed to spend, like, over a season of that TV show not recognizing that this was recorded by the Pixies. Well, I'll say it out, because I've never actually just sat down and listened to this. And to be fair, I think the titles have stopped by this point. There's no drums. Oh, I'm such a dickhead sometimes. I guess, because this has been around for a while. This must be Paz singing the backing vocals. Feel like I need to get my lighter. I've always thought it must be a little bit strange if you are like releasing music that has bandmates in it that are former bandmates that you like that left on, you know, potentially bad terms, you know? I just think that must be strange. Like, I had one falling out in my old band, and we ended up letting somebody go, and we did end up replacing their entire, all their contributions to the recordings we were doing, because it just felt a bit weird, a bit ghostly, like, putting them out.
Sera, Sera, what will be?
It is quite a good version of it, to be fair. It's very fucking bleak. It's a strange choice to release this now as well. Like, is this going to be on the album? Also, kind of good for the Pixies, I guess, that they've like managed to get their a song on the theme title of what I think was doing quite well as a TV show.
Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly.
I think we know where this is going. I'm not going to stop it, but I'm going to make it quieter and talk over it. We'll have that as a nice outro, shall we? Yeah, I mean, the music video is, well, the lyric video is what it is. That is a slightly bizarre choice. I'm kind of hoping this is not on the album. It just seems like it's, actually, yeah, you can even hear, actually, I'm going to turn it up again for a second. You can hear the acoustic on this one, because this is, beneath the eerie era recordings, I would imagine. It is a bit strange, stylistically, I think, to have this mixed in. I mean, it's a good song, and I guess maybe if you're just releasing a song, a new single, and you just, what else have we got recorded that no one's seen yet? We'll just chuck that one out. But yeah, no, that took me by surprise. I was literally thinking when I was prepping for this video, God, the last version of Sera Sera I ever heard was that one from, and it's the fucking same version. But You're So Impatient fucking slapped. I really, really like that song. I didn't say enough. As lyric videos go, that was a super interesting one. They had some very interesting ways of displaying the lyrics. I don't know. It was more visually interesting than I find them to be a lot. In the nicest possible way. I love Hosier, but the most recent one he did is just him with some bubbles around him and some lyrics coming up. That one, it feels like people went really out of their way to make something interesting to look at whilst it was happening. So I'm all about that. I'm all about this new album. Well, from the one version of it I've seen, I like Emma Richardson. She seems like a good fit. Hopefully she's not going to turn out to be an arsehole. And I need to keep my eyes open, because if they tour again, I would love to see them again. But anyway, this video has ended up going for quite a long time, so I'm going to cut it there. Thank you very much for watching. What's your favourite one, your favourite Pixies song? And, more importantly, am I a heathen for thinking that post-reunion era Pixies is at least as good as their previous stuff? Because I've had arguments with people about that before. I fucking really like every album they've released since. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all of that great stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!